What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Kirk Cousins, man. Big Kirko just leading Atlanta and the Falcons into a hell of a win against the Buccaneers. And this was the first time the offense looked really, really good and looked like something that we thought it could be, right? And I still think they have another level they can get to with a particular player. But I want to talk about Kirko and the effect he's having on the Atlanta Falcons offense and why they look really dangerous right now. They're 3-2 with 3 quality wins. But we're going to start with this game against Tampa because this thing was a banger. It's one of the best Thursday night football games we've had in a long time. And the Buccaneers are a good team. That's a good team over there. They're really good. And the Falcons managed to make magic happen when they really needed to, both offensively and defensively. We're going to start with the offense because Kirk Cousins was freaking amazing. 509 passing yards and 4 touchdowns in any game, don't care what it is amazing. And this is my favorite takeaway from the whole game is it looked like the timing between himself and the receivers and the tight ends, just any skill position group, was on point. This was the first game where they looked like everybody was on the same page. They're running the routes about as far down the field as he would want them to before he would uncork the ball. And you could tell in the stat sheet, you could tell from the plays these guys were making. Drake London has 12 catches for 154 yards and a score. That's baller. That 12 catches on 13 targets. You threw it at him, it was getting hauled in. And he missed part of the game too with concussion protocol. So imagine if he played the whole time, he probably would have had more. You have Darnell Mooney, who has 9 catches for like 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of the touchdowns being in triple coverage, high-pointing the ball in a spot that really only he could get it. It was a great throw by Cousins. He plays amazing. Does have the one drop, but with everything else he did, including the touchdown in the flat where he breaks away from the corner that overplays it, goes in, makes 2 guys miss, gets into the end zone. That's just a great play by Mooney. He's looked really good. Really the whole year. I think they've been super pleased with how well he's been. Kyle Pitts has a game. 7 catches, 88 yards on 8 targets. You threw it to Kyle Pitts. He was really good in one. He started the game off like a 30-yard play, right? Which is you love that. But he was really good as that underneath safety valve that would catch it, and he was really good after the catch. That was something that was nice to see for someone as big and fast as he is. That's what you want. That's what you need right there. So I thought that they really got 3 excellent performances from the skill groups, and Kirk Cousins was just on point. Anywhere the ball needed to be, it was there. Obviously, you have the one interception you're basically throwing up a prayer. But outside of that, his mobility looked good. This was the best game. This is the best he's looked as a Falcon. That's the easiest way to put it. And it's one of his best games maybe the best game of his entire NFL career because he was just making plays. The ball was thrown to the right spot 98% of the time. And it was just really, really high quality football stuff. And this is why you bring in Kirk Cousins. This is why you pay him big money because for the first time in years, as someone that's watched the Falcons, they were able to win a shootout. And you were able to feel good like when the offense has the ball, they're going to go down and have a chance for points. And you think about it, they had a missed field goal, they had a blocked field goal, so they were shaved 6 points off there, and they still put up 36. I want to talk about the last drive too, and the last couple of drives for the offense and the defense, because the defense has to make 2 huge stops, right? You throw the interception, you've got to hold Tampa. But then you force a fumble from Bucky Irving, which is great. And it gives your offense a chance. Well, they don't convert it. Whatever. You've got to get a stop now, and you've got to push Tampa back so that they can't kick a field goal and make this a 6-point game. Because, your offense is only going to have a minute really to have the ball with no timeouts. If they have to go get a touchdown, it's easier said than done. And you'd rather just force your offense like, hey, get us 3 points so we can go to OT. And your defense makes a play. They get the I think it was a face mask or a holding penalty that pushes Tampa back, and then they don't give up any yardage after that. So it was a great job by the defense forcing a punt. The punt touches back, so now you're not pinned inside the 10, and you're starting at your 20 or 25-yard line. I forget which one it is. And realistically, you need about 40, maybe 45 yards is what you need to get in field goal range. And the drive was really good. And by the ballsiest play of them all was Drake London not going down as soon as he caught that last pass and going for 6, 7, 8 more yards to get a closer field goal attempt. And got to give credit where credit is due. The entire offense on point, getting up on the line, giving the ball to the ref to spot it so that way they can spike it, and getting it with 1 second on the clock. Just perfect, flawless drive. Right there. That was some of the best stuff you've seen. And as soon as I saw Drake start to run towards the middle of the field, I was like, oh, no. You need to get down, bro. Like, you're not going to... I thought there was no shot that they were going to be able to get up there and spike that ball. And they did. So that was some high-quality stuff. Then you go into overtime. You win the toss. Tampa doesn't even get the ball back. And for Tampa, because they were moving the ball really well throughout that game until the end, really. And for them to not even get the ball back because your offense goes down, scores a touchdown on a Gerald Hodge breakaway touchdown on a great throw. It's just everything that you could have asked for in a high-scoring Thursday night football game where we really got to see Kirk Cousins look like Kirk Cousins. We got to see Drake London look like what he could be. We got to see Darnell Mooney be a fantastic wide receiver too. Kyle Pitts looked great. You got to see all of that. And Atlanta still has one. There's another guy that has another level that he can hit. Another 2 guys, really, that could have another level that they could hit to push this offense to, beyond. Because Bijan Robinson looked really good in that game. He had a couple big plays, looked nice, but, in my opinion, underutilized in that. Tyler Algier did not look good in that game. He looked a little slow, kind of running right into the line. But ultimately, we know Tyler can be better than that. We've seen him be better than that in the previous few games. Now, I would like to see Bijan get more of a workload, but when you have 2 good running backs, the common thought is you use your 2 good running backs. That way you don't run one into the ground. Granted, when you pick Bijan 8th overall, I would expect him to have more of a workload, but I understand when you're in week 5 on a short week that, hey, maybe we just want to take it a little easy, and especially he's got a hamstring, whatever. I understand it. I don't like it, but I understand it. We'll see what this looks like in week 8, week 9, because I think that we're going to start to see Bijan get used more and more as the season goes along. Because he's been good. He's been good, but we know he can be great. And that's the fun part about this, where this offense has another level that they can get to, and they're putting up 36 points. So to know that the offense can do something like that and has potential to be even better gives me really good confidence about them down the line. And I expect Tyler Algier to be better as well. So ultimately, you got a Falcons team that's 3-2 with 3 quality wins over one against Philly, which in the clutch, they go down and score a touchdown. Another against New Orleans, they go down, kick game-winning, I think it was like a 50-something yard field goal. And then you have this one against the Bucs, where you have to get multiple stops. You have to go down, drive, get a field goal to tie it, go to OT, and go win it there. Those are all just clutch wins. 3 clutch wins, which Atlanta before, if you were watching the Desmond Ridder, the Marcus Mariota era, the end of Matt Ryan's career there, like, the clutch stuff wasn't really happening. So to have 3 clutch wins over 3 good playoff contending teams, good stuff. You have a game against the Chiefs that really, some questionable officiating, if you ask me. And then obviously week 1 against Pittsburgh, they just didn't look good against the Steelers. Steelers defense looked amazing in that game and stifled them. But it was, first game off of an Achilles injury for your quarterback. Timing's not there. This was the game where we saw the timing and everything kind of mesh perfectly. And now we've got, another 11, 12 games to continue building upon this. And obviously the rigors of an NFL season will come along. But I just like what we saw. I don't know how you can't watch that game and say, wow, the Falcons look really dangerous. Because Tampa's got obviously Antoine Winfield wasn't playing, and I think that's their best defensive player. But overall, Tampa's got a solid defense. And Levante David's awesome. Vita Vea's awesome. The pass rush they have is good. I just think that Atlanta showed up when they absolutely had to show up, and that's a positive sign for a team. Now, obviously, you don't want to be in clutch situations all the damn time. You want to have some games where you just flat out destroy the other team. But if you're going to be in clutch situations and you're coming out on top, I'm happy about that. And this is a team that I think can go a long way. And, for all the primetime Kirk Cousins things that we've heard over the years, and some of them are very warranted, he was dynamite in that game, and he got him teaching the. He's running the swag surfing whole thing with the crowd, and it's just the embodiment of Atlanta. And for it to be Kirk Cousins just makes it all the more funny and all the more enjoyable. It's just good stuff going in Atlanta. Even though it's only 3-2, it ain't 4-1, it ain't 5-0, but it's a good 3-2. Now you got 10 days before you go play Carolina, probably beat them, and you're gonna be looking at 4-2 probably. I'm very excited for how this can go. I thought the Falcons would be the best team in this division. Tampa has definitely proved to me that you're still really good, and the Saints have shown to me that they're also pretty solid as well. But ultimately, I still like Atlanta the most in this division. But they got to put the work. They got to do the work, and they got to make it happen. But after this game, I really feel confident in them being able to do so. Let me know in the comments if you agree that the Falcons are dangerous. That's a dangerous squad over there. I think as the defense figures out its pass rush, hopefully that it could be even better. Figuring out how do we maximize Bijan Robinson and his usage. Ultimately, I just think that they have some good problems to figure out on offense, and then obviously some things you want to figure out defensively. But they've looked really good, really good. I'm happy with them so far. It looks like the rust is knocked off. It looks like the timing is there, and if they start to mesh, that's going to be a really, really hard team to beat. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for watching this video. If you like it, please click the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. But shout out to Falcons. Shout out Big Kirk Cousins, 509, 4 touchdowns in a division rivalry game on Thursday Night Football. What more can you ask for?